Hello and welcome to day 9 of our 100 days of 1%. 100 days of making tiny incremental improvements that add up to a tremendous payoff. I'm Dr. Brenda Murphy and I'm the Lazy Naturopath, and I'm here to share with you my tips, tricks, hacks, shortcuts, and the little changes you can make that you'll barely notice in your day-to-day life to have huge health payoffs in the long run. Remember, 1% change, even for 100 days, leads to 270% return. All right, so today I'm going to be wrapping up this system that I've been talking through with you of where I start when people are feeling blah and how we step them through so they can feel bodacious. Because one of the ways that we can make life easier is to take the right steps in the right order. And so knowing which system to work on first and next, etc., just makes each subsequent move simpler and simpler. And today I'm going to be talking about the last two phases, the hormone balancing and sculpting. And I'm talking about these together because they're shorter, they're easier, and it's not my area of expertise. One of the things that I wholeheartedly embrace about being the Lazy Naturopath is I don't know everything. I don't want to know everything. I'm not going to pretend to you that I know everything. And so when we get to these phases more in depth, or if you need these phases, I will be bringing in experts who are experts in these areas. But also, since these are so far at the end of this journey, a lot of people don't even need to do work, at least in the balancing area. And then the sculpting area we're working on all along the way in the background. And then that's just about launching you to the next phase of your life. So let's quickly talk through the balancing. And this is looking at your reproductive hormones, your estrogen, your progesterone, your testosterone, DHEA, androstenedione, all of those. Now, these commonly can be running too low. Even more frequently, they're out of balance, where one is higher than its counterpart, like especially estrogen, progesterone are very common for those to be, non-optimally balanced, or testosterone to estrogen, testosterone to progesterone in women can be out of balance. So our approach to rebalancing these hormones and then increasing the levels of these hormones is, number one, increase outflow. Make sure that you are effectively trashing the hormones, deleting the hormones you need to delete. Now, the way that this occurs in the body is through the liver. Hormones are one of the metabolic wastes that the liver processes and then sends into your digestive tract, which ends in your colon. And hopefully, if everything goes well, you just poop them out and they are taken care of. But if you aren't pooping, those hormones can be recycled and reabsorbed back into your system. Now, if you've been playing along, we've already dealt with the pooping issue. We did that way back in phase 1. So as long as you're still pooping well, as long as your liver is still doing well, so even phase 2, the not deep detox, getting your liver to do its job well, we've already taken care of those two issues. So this is just a quick pass back through, quick check-in, maybe some slight tweaks around hormones specifically. But again, we've already addressed these two pieces of the hormone picture in most people. Now, stage 3 of working on hormone balance is decreasing inflow. And this is something that we might end up working on in our deep dive cleanse if you need that as part of your firefighting stage phase. But if not, we do take a really good look at your environment, especially as women. Women are exposed to so many chemicals through our beauty regimens, not regimes. We're not being attacked by our beauty products. Well, actually, we are a little bit being attacked by our beauty products, but our beauty regimens, which are a regime of kind of endocrine disrupting chemicals, or they can be, but also plastics, cleaning chemicals, pesticides. A lot of these things have an estrogen-like structure, and so we as humans on the planet are overexposed to estrogen-like signaling, and so we do want to take an environmental survey and make sure to work to decrease your exposure to estrogens, especially if that's part of your hormone picture imbalance. So we increased outflow, did that a while back, but now we're just making sure that it's working. We're decreasing inflow, and that is just kind of a up-leveling, looking at everything going on and tweaking as needed. Now we're going to optimize your innate production of hormones. Now for, again, question to the class, what gland have we already talked about that makes estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone? Yeah, your adrenal glands. Back in the sugar stress speed phase, we optimized adrenal function. And so again, this is an area that we've actually already addressed, but we'll do sort of a quick check-in, tweak as needed, support as needed around these specific hormones. But there may not need to be work done here because we've already done it. Again, the right steps in the right order. We don't have to keep retaking these steps. We just make sure that they were done enough for this specific situation. All right, and then we balance within the innate production. And sometimes we'll give you specific amino acids that feed into that, some herbs that can kind of redirect which hormones are going where. And then if necessary, if you're still super symptomatic or your hormone levels are still low or still out of balance, now that we know what your body can do, the final step, if it's even needed, is to come in with bioidentical hormone replacement. And again, that's done in partnership with an expert in bioidentical hormone replacement, which is not me at all. I can spell the hormones, I can give you some information about the hormones, but it is a complex area and you want somebody who really knows what they're doing for you to have the best outcomes. But like I said, if you noticed, almost every step in the hormone balancing phase is something we've done already. So again, the right steps in the right order, you don't have to repeat them. And a lot of people, by the time we even get to this phase, need no to almost no help here because we've already fixed so many of the processes that cause issues in this phase. And then finally, it's our final phase, sculpt. And this is really where you have your body out of your own way. You're not having fire preventing you from working out really hard and then flaring something else up or stealing your energy. Your thyroid, your adrenals, and your pancreas actually process food for energy well. So when you work out, it pays off more readily. You're seeing those changes in your body. You're feeling those changes in your body even more importantly. Your energy's better, your vitality's better, your brain power's better, and it's really now like we've tuned up this car. Where do you want to take it? Are you taking it to Vegas? Are you taking it to Paris? You're taking it to the moon? We have you ready to go. This rocket is ready to launch, and we get really customized in that phase to see what are you trying to aim for and how can we help, again, connect you to somebody who can really help aim you in that direction. NASA's not going to take you to Vegas, but they can take you to the moon. On the other hand, we can find you a good gambler to go to Vegas with and become really good at Texas Hold'em. All right, guys, so that is the wrap up of the, again, name TBD, but Blaugh to Bodacious system, and this of taking the right steps in the right order. So we start with pooping power, making sure your digestive system is emptying itself well, so you're taking out the trash, you're absorbing your nutrients, your system is flowing. Then we do that not deep detox where we kind of just clear up the waste that is left over, the more metabolic intoxicant waste. Stage 3 or phase 3 is sugar stress speed, where we're really fine-tuning those 3 musketeers of metabolism, your adrenals, your thyroid, and your pancreas, so you can respond well to stress, well to energy, process energy well, not hoard it and then refuse to give it up, and then always be craving food that you know is not making you feel good, but at the same time your primordial brain is driving you to eat it. And then we move on to firefighting, where we look at, do you have low-grade chronic smoldering inflammation, and if you do, why? And let's remove the fuel, put it out, heal the environment, and rebalance your firefighting and fire starting abilities. And then finally, phase 5, which is hormone balancing, and phase 6, which is launch, sculpting. Take it away from here. All right, guys, I will be back tomorrow. We're going to talk about something that's very appropriate for a Sunday, gratitude, and a simple mindset that you can do to really help move your whole being forward in a positive direction with tiny mini shifts. All right, I'm Dr. Brenda Murphy. I'm the Lazy Naturopath, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.